This is the wildly popular Eufymake E1, and it's kind of a hybrid between a 2D slash sort of 3D-ish UV digital ink printer that allows you to create digital artwork on basically any kind of surface. However, there are a few small challenges while working with this machine, and that's where Wham Bam's latest product comes into play, and that's their new Ultimate Jig that I'm gonna be testing out in today's video and seeing how well it addresses some of these issues. And if you're not familiar with this product, it is basically the highest backed Kickstarter campaign in all of Kickstarter's history. It should be shipping out to most of its backers by now. I think a lot of folks already have these on hand, but it allows you to create some really cool artwork, again, on a wide variety of different surfaces, even your 3D prints, which is what I've sort of been playing around with in the past and continue to play around with. Here's an example of a Spawn comic book cover that I did a hue forge in just as a comparison, and then you can see a flat print versus a 3D textured print that I did with the Eufymake E1. Now the Eufymake has two different bed options. One is their standard small bed, and then they have the larger bed option, which is the one that I'd primarily be printing with because I like to print on some bigger things. But one thing that I've done to help minimize some of the overspray, which is one of the key issues that the Wham Bam Ultimate Jig is gonna help address, is I would try and put down blue painter's tape, but the problem with the blue painter's tape is it wasn't really a sticky surface for your object to stick to and hold it in place. So I was having to tape things down and they would move, and it would just cause all sorts of issues, and it was just kind of it was sort of unwieldy to work with, especially with working with the blue painter's tape. And this, it was just sort of gunking up the whole process. The other big one is just aligning your parts for printing. I can't stress how big of a thing this is to make sure that everything is straight, to make it as easy as possible with the object that you're trying to print on, so that your digital artwork can be placed very nicely on the object so that it prints correctly. Like this goofy self-portrait that has a slight 3D texture to it that was printed on a ceramic magnetic tile here, but there was a good amount of overspray as well because I couldn't get this quite aligned the way that I wanted it to, and it didn't print all the way on the bottom edge, even though I thought I had it overlapping. Now I did want to mention that this is not being sponsored by Wham Bam. They did send this over for me to test out, and it is live over on Kickstarter for the next few days for you to back this campaign. If you're picking up one of the E1s, this is probably going to be a really great option for you. But basically, this is a jig system that are silicone mats that have these little perforated holes inside of them, and then all these little pin pieces here that are going to allow you to snap these into the mats so that you can very precisely position anything that you're trying to print on. Okay, inside the kit, it comes with like a ton of these little inserts in varying different sizes here. What was really cool was I saw on their campaign, some of them are flush in the center versus slightly offset so that you can like precisely get something to fit within the jigs. There's also right angle brackets as well as some of these circular ones here for any round pieces. There's also a set of magnet and metal brackets here. So these magnets insert into that bed. So if you're printing with something flat, like maybe you're trying to print on paper or poster paper, you can magnetically strap it down. But the real star of the show are the silicone mats here. So here is the thin one for the standard version of the bed. So here I can take this, oops. I can take this off and this will plop right down on top of the bed. Now you're gonna lose a little bit of vertical space when you're working with these, but I think the trade-off is gonna be really beneficial just because I'm gonna be able to more easily align this. And then the other really cool thing is after I'm done printing on it, I should be able to just peel any of the overspray of the UV ink directly off of the silicone pads. Also, you'll notice the pad was just sliding right off. I forgot there's also clamps that they've included with this. So I should be able to just clip this in place here. I think I clipped from the underside and then over the top. Again, this is really cool. They have these different little jig pen systems here. So you'll notice some of them have a slightly different offset with the pin alignment so that you can get a more precise position depending on how you're trying to insert and arrange some of these, like here, this one is more center set versus this one is right along the edge. So I could either use this side or this side to get a really precise fit and placement within the hole and alignment here against the little piece that we're trying to use. But for this one, I think I'm just going to try and use the corner brackets here, since this is a, you know, a relatively square object. And that is like a perfect fit. That's awesome. All right, so now that I've got that scanned, I can, oh my gosh, this is gonna make it so much easier. I can now get this properly aligned. I can already tell, like previously I was trying to use the rotate function, and the one issue that I have with the rotate is you'll notice here, you can't get a precise, it wants to lock into, but for whatever reason, when I was going here, it snaps to 0. So I couldn't quite get the angle just right. So this is gonna look much better. All right, and after about 8 minutes, that finished printing and everything worked really good with this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so here, I mean, obviously the print came out as goofy as the original, and this time did not miss the bottom lid like I did previously here. So this definitely helped me align it a little bit easier than what it was previously. But what I'm really interested in is this as well. So I should be able to, yeah, this just comes right off. So I should be able to just use my fingernails to clean this off after I'm done printing, which is going to be really nice. Also, I just realized that these are silicone as well, or some kind of rubber, and the UV print just peels right off of it as well. So you don't have to worry about getting these dirty or anything like that. You can easily reuse these over and over again. But I think the thing that I'm most impressed about isn't just the, you know, we've got the right angle brackets and we've got some of these straight pieces, but what I'm really enjoying is the offsets of these really allow you to get a very precise, snug fit for these, so that they are going to be held nice and secure in place, whatever it is that you're going to be trying to print on top of. As well as there are a bunch of these little curved pieces here. So this isn't, you know, this particular shape here, there's no real straight sections like there is on the bottom here or this side that I could particularly brace this on. So I'm using some of those curved pieces there that really allow me to just hold these in place. You'll also notice that I'm using a black and white option. I wasn't 100% sure which is going to print best with the UV prints, so I figured why not test out a black underlay versus a white underlay, and then I just have the white. I'm assuming the white's going to work best, so that's why I went with double white here. And a little over 1 hour later, and everything has finished printing. Can't believe how goofy these are, but the jigs worked just as well as I was hoping they would. The one challenge that I'm gonna have with this is it's not so much the jig, it's printing on the edges of the Eufymake. The camera doesn't quite capture it, so when you're going to align it, I keep forgetting that I need to have everything positioned a little bit on the left side or right side, depending on which side of the bed it is, to help with that compensation of the lens correction, I guess you could say. Anything printed directly in the center always is pretty much dead on and is accurate. I'm loving the white background with the prints with this, as well as the blacks look pretty good. So either option are going to work out really well, I think, for me printing some of these for some of my friends. And again, the cool thing about the slat mat is any of the overspray I can just easily peel off with my fingertips here. And the other really cool thing that I'm liking about this is I can very quickly and easily, with the jigs in place, I can just put new objects right down in place over them and do a whole new batch of prints. This is honestly an example of just what feels like a perfect accessory for this 2D / kind of 3D printer. Again, this is live over on Kickstarter. I think it's for under $100 for the whole kit, and it includes both of the mats and a whole bunch of these little jigs. They also have other options as well as part of the Kickstarter campaign. So if you're interested in more of the pins and pegs, or if you wanted extra mats, maybe you have multiple of the Eufymake E1s, they have that as options as well. The other really cool thing is that this was all created by Jeff Turner, who had messaged me about this, I think last fall, with some early prototypes of this, and then I'd mentioned that he's going to be working with Peter at Wham Bam to actually bring this to life as a new product under the Wham Bam, the Wham Bam umbrella. And it's just awesome to see this from an initial concept like 6 to 9 months ago to this full-fledged product. They've also created a bunch of different 3D printable accessories that go with this as well. They've also included some files so that if you want to design some inserts for yourself, they have a replica of like the pin alignment here so that you can go ahead and design one of those as well. The only bit of feedback that I have is I love that it's easy to remove the UV ink directly from the silicone pad, but I feel like we just need like a 3D printed scooper to be able to get into the little holes there and clean out any of the UV ink that has cured inside of the holes. This second set of prints turned out a lot better after I realigned these on the edges so that they didn't overlap so much. So that turned out a lot better. But the quality of these, even on a printed surface, is pretty dang cool. And if you're interested in backing the Wham Bam Ultimate Jig for the Eufymake E1, I'll have links to that down below. I also want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters for your continued support and making videos just like this one here. But let me know in the comments what you think of this Ultimate Jig system for the Eufymake E1 and if there's any other cool accessories that you can think of. And thanks so much for watching, you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye now. Real quick before posting this video, Jeff Turner mentioned that I can actually flip the mat over and tried to printing directly on it and then flexing the prints off. I'm probably gonna need like a spatula of some kind because it's gonna be they're so thin, but they're kind of like, oh my God, these are thin like stickers. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'll need multiple layers, but that should work in theory, but you just need multiple layers to build that up and print directly on top of the silicone mat. That's pretty cool though. Here we go, this one's peeling. This one's peeling off in one piece. Oh, it's sticking to my hand, static.